I don't know what that means.
Tony Spratum in possession on the 5. Passing it through, setting it up. Again, another chance to score first here in game 2, and he does. Frederick Collignon leading 1-0. Tony Spratum leading 1-0 here in game 2. Spratum working the ball up the table. Tony into the tic-tac, through the lane, nicely setting it up once again in front pin position. Shot attempt rattles off both corners of the goal.
Frederick so far doing a tremendous job defensively.
So, Jim, do you have any predictions of what the final of open singles will be?
I try not to predict too often, just because I don't want to be wrong.
Any more than usual.
But I did have predictions before the event. I felt that obviously Collignon, Spratum, and Pappas were your 3 favorites. And I'll stick by that, one of those 3.
It's a bit rough.
Two of those
they
3.
all got put in the same bracket, too. That's like the same was in Vegas, too.
We are in Vegas, by the way.
I mean, in March.
And Collignon fires it home. It's 1-1.
It's that subtle British humor.
Well, both these players playing extraordinarily well. I would think right now these 2 players are playing better than anyone else. Billy's been a little bit up and down this weekend.
Yeah, he's been very inconsistent.
Spratum able to drop that one into the goal after the block. You're not seeing Tony tap the table saying he's sorry. It's 2-1.
Billy's been inconsistent motivation-wise, I think. Tony, you don't see that.
No.
Right. Tony's much more disciplined than Billy this weekend. Billy's playing a lot of poker instead.
The inside scoop from Rob Atha. Spratum looking to continue his run here in game number 2, but Collignon, who is just so good defensively with those quick hands, blocks it and takes it away.
Well, in the past we've seen Tony shooting on Federico. Right now he's kind of sitting in the middle, just rocking. And if it's working, that's great, but later on you'll see Tony start rocking the ball, moving it around, using some extra movement in the shots.
Is there a better defensive goalie than Frederick Collignon?
Not at all. You saw him in Europe defend the European pin shots, and it was just remarkable to see.
It's amazing when he gets back there, and when he switches back in defensive posture in doubles as well. Just an amazing defensive player.
Yeah, he's so fast.
Spratum able to reel that one in. Tony up 2-1. Done a good job of keeping the ball away from Frederick Collignon here in game number 2.
You got that hand speed plus the smarts to go along with it. That's a pretty good combination.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he has a tell on everybody. I've spoken to him before. He just knows when someone's going to do this or that.
And Spratum in possession on the 3-rod is going to go ahead and use a timeout. Tony Spratum touches 2 men, putting the ball back into play. Tony looking for a 3-1 lead, shooting against the tough, defensively, Frederick Collignon.
You see any balls?
Spratum finds one to that far side. It's 3-1.
They're there. Your job is to find them.
So Tony, as we say, has done a good job keeping the ball away from Frederick Collignon, but Fred able to advance it right here, set it up, and quickly convert. It's 3-2. See how Tony responds.
Tony does really need to make this possession count. You'd rather go 4-2 than 3-3 with Fred.
One of these pivotal points, hoping to make it 4-2 right here. Tony Spratum. Tony taking his time and explodes to that far side. It's 4-2.
Well, he definitely wants to win this game. We've seen on several occasions this weekend people getting down 2 games to nothing against Federica and Todd trying to come back. You do not want to do that.
Extremely well played first game plus. Tony Spratum now with a chance to put away game number 2. Tony taking his time, looking for the hole, trying to go to that far side. Once again, rebound stabbed on goal. Collignon with a rebound. quickly trying to advance it, banks it off that back wall. Here's Tony Sprademan going from the 2-rod to the 5-rod.
I really like what I'm seeing from Tony right now. He's playing pretty high percentage, and he's taking his time on nearly every rod, making every possession count.
Tony advances it to his 5-row. Now from the 5-row to the 3-row. Snapping off that wall pass. Looking to go from the 3-rod to the back of the goal. Tony Sprademan. Walking it around. And calling his second and final timeout. This is some really good stuff here going on on table number 1.
It is. Frederico's only had 2 possessions this game, if I'm correct.
Well, you know he will make the adjustments,
Yep.
either here or in the next game. Tony hoping it's going to be the next game and hoping he can put it away. The second game, that is, right here.
A lot of timeouts. You'll play left. Ready?
Molignon with 2 timeouts remaining. Tony Sprademan used both of his here in game 2 as he puts the ball back into play. From front pin position, Tony Sprademan fakes it to that far side, comes back down the middle. Impressive second game performance from Tony Sprademan, leads to a 5-2 victory.